Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Global Lab patch notes reading for February 28th. If you don't know, Global Lab notes are basically the test server. Comes out every Friday, and then the notes come to live servers in the following week. So, with that said, heard we got some interesting changes. I didn't really read it. I just kind of skimmed it, and so we're going to look at it together, and I'll tell you what I think of it. Of course, if you want to read it yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. It's on the official Global Lab, so it's translated from Korean to English. I'll make it make sense, and let's see what's happening. All right, so sailing for like the 5th week in a row is getting changed and updates, which I think is a good thing. All right, so we're introducing a sailor management system and presets along with the first mate update to make your sailing adventures more enjoyable and convenient. That's actually a good thing. I heard that like the first mates basically have special effects that you can add to it, and I think they just want to make sailing actually good, which is fun because most other MMOs, when you have like ocean content, it's just kind of mid, but you know, I think BDO is pretty decent. All right, so you can assign sailors to your ship for various roles: cannoneer, helmsman. You can also set up with presets with different stats or easy management. Actually good. When your first mate is aboard, the Great Ocean Compass effect is activated, and they're expected to be a steadfast companion on your voyages. So basically, for all of you who have the compass, all of you who have grinded for the Elton piece for hundreds, if not thousands of hours, essentially it's the same thing. The auto fishing slot we mentioned will be added last fall, will be added later. Auto fishing? That sounds like it's kind of good, actually. So you get like double ocean fish. That's kind of good. All right, so a total of 3 NPCs are ready to board the captain ship as first mate. We got a giant, we got a shy, and a dwarf. I heard you have to do questing to do, or like to get them, which hopefully isn't too long, but it shouldn't be too bad. So progressive, balance, emergency, and valor. So they're only available for the big ships like the Carracks and the one that came out with the Morning Light. Yeah, which is that one. Notes when hiring a vice captain, how to do it, complete a commission received in Velia. Oh, so basically whichever town you want to do it, and then you get a certain one. So we'll see which one is the most interesting. So this one is for bartering, like bargaining power. So I believe that is the parlay reduced while on board. This one is slightly improved high speed cruising. So I think movement speed. And this one is ship auto repair. So realistically, I think which one would I get? Faster speeds, auto repair, or barter? Parlay reduce. I think ship auto repair is the best if you do any leprechauns or saltwater crocodiles. This one actually seems like a really good one. High speed just across the board is always nice, but that really just depends on how much speed. And if all you do is bartering, then obviously you get this one. But I think for me, because I have the Valor, and that one is mostly for like questing and ocean like dailies, I think the auto repair might be for me, or just, more movement speed, but we'll see. Holy, this looks like Battleship. What is this UI? What is this? Okay. The newly changed UI allows you to assign crew members to each slot. So like the 10 you have here probably goes down here. And then the other ones that do like different things like cannoning, fishing or something, I assume those go in like 1 through 5 or something. And then these are probably something else. I think that's actually really, really cool. Oh yeah, so first mate is at number 1. Cabin, so your 10 sailors. Food ship. Okay, so basically like workers, but for your boat. That's cool. I think this is actually a good thing. It Took a while for them to add, but it's overall a good thing. All slots except cabins can be placed in groups of 1 by default. And let's see. So depending on the ship type you have, you get a different like stat, I guess. So for me, I have the Valor, so I get an extra cannon slot. Basically, in theory, I do more damage on my Valor, which that sounds kind of cool. New features for each sailor. So ideally, you want to get all of them, and we'll look at that when that happens and see what the stats seem like, and more of that. So different types of boats and everything, how to use presets, and it will be coming March 5th, next week. All right, Arena of Solare. So as we all know, at least out here on NA and EU, I believe we have 1 week left of Arena of Solare. And so a border for each family has been added to the UI during the progression of the Arena of Solare. And the rank will remain until the end of the next Solare. Man, you know how if any of you guys have played like, you know, phone games or gacha games, like frames are generally sought after things in this game. These should just be permanent. Like if you reach the highest rank, you should have a permanent frame. Like I just think that would be cool. So it actually incentivizes people to, you know, push and play regularly if it was permanent. But no, apparently it's limited. So whatever. What do I know? All right, so season 2025 season 1 Solare certificate. You obtain a title based on the rank you got. You have to get like sunset rank at minimum. Are these permanent? Like every time I do Solare, it's like every time they give you something, the rewards are kind of trash or it's not permanent. So if this one is permanent, I think that's good. Some adventurers have accidentally used their pricey red grade gear or even higher tier to recover durability and ended up needing help from support. To save you from this hassle, we've made it so red grade items cannot be used for max durability recovery anymore. Bro, who is doing that? First of all, if you have rare gear, you should lock it. That literally solves the entire problem. What in the world? Who is using red gear to repair their gear? What in the world is happening? Dude, like, if you make that mistake, I think it should give you a warning in game. It's like you're doing something dumb. But if you go through with it anyway, that's on you. Like, if you're at the point where you have red gear, you know better than this. You deserve it. If you, like, it should give you a warning. And then after that, that's on you. Okay, improve the display grade of borders when displaying white grade items. Oh, that's cool. I'm kind of shocked. Why is this an issue? Like, if you're at the point where you bought or, you know, made red gear yourself, you know how expensive it is. The first thing you do is lock it. I have never had that issue, and I don't feel bad for anyone. If you did that, it's on you. All right, so Golden Pig Cave. Okay, so we have 2 videos of this. One from when it was released and one post-patch. So what they're going to be doing as a TLDR is they're going to add a new version. So there's normal Gold Pig, which is the lucky one, whatever that means. And then there's a permanent one, so one you could grind 24/7 if you wanted to. So let's read how they address it. The monster zones are where adventurers spend the most time in the world. Yeah, because life skilling hasn't been updated in years, but okay. With the new Golden Pig Cave, we introduced a rare treasure system, but like the old field bosses where only one lucky adventurer gets chosen. Rare treasures. What does that even give? Because I remember grinding and I saw someone get it, but like, what do you get? Also fixed the Golden Pig rare chest drop because That one kind of, it's not great. Anyway, after its launch, adventurers were intrigued, but some were disappointed with the new setup. Yeah, you know what you could do? So here is some advice to Pearl Abyss on how you would fix this as someone who plays the game. You know how Land of the Morning Light only has 2 wells, one for Land of the Morning Light 1 and one for the 2. Put a well on the far right side, because Golden Pig Cave is literally out in the middle of nowhere, and put a well in one of the towns nearby so it doesn't take you 5 minutes to get there, because most people are generally full buffed and then they have to ride there. Like if you have the extra, that Carolyn buff or something, that's only 30 minutes, -5 of that getting there, unless you do it on a tag. But most people have tags in different spots nowadays. So add another well into the far right side of Land of the Morning Light, and I think that would literally solve a lot of problems. So they're also removing it and adding a new one that's open 24/7. I think that's fine. So the recommended abilities are attack power of 1130 and higher, and DR of 670 based on the final ability value. So after the change, they made it so it was a little bit easier, or not easier particularly, but they added more time on the boss before it disappears, which is a good thing. So from my understanding, what does 1130 actually mean? If you were at 320, you might struggle. Maybe not. Like 320 should be able to clear fine now. And if you're like 340, which is the intended recommended from the game, you're clearing just fine, most likely. So as for DR of 670, I mean that's a start, but like it's not really hard to just not get hit. And then realistically, if they group up easily, just use your any sort of armor and then you'll be fine. Obviously more is better, but I think DR is more of a suggestion. Okay, so hunting ground features. When you're in the Golden Pig's Den, basically it's like the Marnie realm. There's no one there. It's you alone. You will be removed if you die. Just don't die. You cannot enter if your disposition, which is karma, is below 0. I think that's fair enough. A re-entry waiting time will be applied when you complete a subjugation or leave. So when you fight the boss or you manually leave. If 25 minutes pass after entering, the subjugation will fail and you'll be forcibly ejected. I thought they changed that from 30 minutes to 70. Unless they mean the subjugation as in like you just AFK for 25 minutes, then without doing anything, that's fair enough. The name of the existing Golden Pig Cave has been changed to Lucky Golden Pig Cave. Dude, that is so confusing. The Lucky title has been added to the monsters appearing in the Lucky Cave. Basically, the one we have now is Lucky. The one coming next week is Normal, the one that's open 24/7. The name of the Golden Pig Summoning Scroll from the Lucky has been changed to Lucky. Oh, dude, Jesus. Okay. They just add like random stuff. You know what they could have done? Just change the current cave to be open 24/7. I think that would have been just significantly less confusing and easier for your average player. Added a very low chance for the special golden pigs to appear in the Lucky Pig Hole. Good lord, what is happening? Okay, well, quest and knowledge, whatever. Daily quest for sailing for Hekaroos, and are drifters 9 sharks or the other one? No, Hekaroo and dude, I forgot the name of it. Okay, well, anyway, repeat. It's not displayed. Okay. The sea crystals have been changed for different stats. Cool. Holy, those look different. Okay, so green is usually evasion, blue is DR, AP and The AP is all that. And accuracy is gravity, apparently. That's cool. Looks different. Nice. Life artifacts. Chance to obtain collectibles. Like merchant ring pieces or item drop rate. Those are different things. Like treasure items versus 3% drop rate. Those are different things. This one seems kind of good. I want this one. Or is that just like gather drop rate? I mean, I guess that's in the gathering. I mean, I already use this one in general, so cool. I wish they added one for like grinding, so drop rate chance. That would be good. I read that wrong, by the way. Okay, so anyway, I actually don't even think I have any sailing artifacts. I just don't do it as much. Okay, so the special ones, max health. Unless they buff this one to be on par with Kabua's or the other two, these are just kind of irrelevant. Maximum endurance is kind of a useless one. Increase Black Spirit Rage. Nowadays with crystals, you don't need them. Fixes and changes. Okay, let's see. The phenomenon where limited time titles can be obtained based on the number of enemy guild members in the stronghold. So kill X amount of people, get a certain title changed. Fix an issue where some temporary titles will disappear after logging out. Okay. Various class fixes. Guild Manor. Fix an issue where the guild manor would not change when the owner of the guild manor left or was kicked out. Yeah, that seems pretty important. The issue where increased ship movement was applied to the ship or heavy carrack when the maximum durability was less than 100. An issue where certain NPCs in Heidel will occasionally overlap. If I had to guess which one, because I'm in Heidel quite often, it's by the top repair person, people walking down the like slope, or people near the war vendor. That's what I've noticed. And then UI fixes and everything. The maximum time you could stay is 30 minutes has been removed from the Golden Pig Cave. Yeah, it should be 70 minutes now, according to this week's patch. All right, well, that's this week's patch notes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was, you know, I think the biggest thing for this week is basically sailing updates once again. I think this is a good thing. I should probably get back into sailing and frames for PvPers. I still think this should be permanent, but, you know, maybe in the future my feedback will be listened to. But with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you come back. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.